demonstration video of how the board, so maximum power, we'll probably go through about 2 and then fly all the way up into a void curve. Get up to about the 300km/h mark, and we know different the problems we have that affect that maximum speed is what we bolt on all those weapons and make the aircraft quite dirty. We're trying to demonstrate the wheel now. So he'll hold that attitude up there and pretty much hold it on that rear tail strip. They're not exactly at the cutting edge of technology, and the way this thing stays relevant is the ton of sensors on board, the radar, forward-looking infrared, and there is a person in the back, I believe, Neil, who operates all that magic.
Yeah, so the helicopter is operated by 3 people.
Breathless, obviously still impresses you as an aircraft.
Just like the song from Talk About Life, takes my breath away. You're the actual squadron. What does your name hold? Basically the second in charge of our Seahawk training squadron, 725. So we train our Navy pilots, aviation warfare officers and air crewmen to fly this mighty helicopter that you see before you this afternoon. So what about your own background on the helicopters and your own background right throughout the Navy? Yeah, so I joined the Navy in 2005 from Sydney as a direct entry Navy pilot. Just took over 20 years, and I'm proud to say that I've never had a ground job. So flying straight for 20 years. Every day just still continues to be full of adventure and surprises for me.
Now, our Super Hornets were designed to fly off ships. We don't do that, but this was designed to operate a ship, and we do that.
Yeah, that's when you say what do we do at 725 Squadron, one of the biggest parts is training our air crew to operate the Seahawk. Adjusting your pedals to maintain a constant rotation while you're maintaining your flight, and then tracking the centre of the aircraft on the centre line of the runway.
Displaying for both the north and the south towers, which is absolutely fantastic. I bet you'll be loving that. It's got a bit of an interesting hinged tail.
Yeah, so
rotors. What's that about?
So the rotor head and the tail on the Seahawk basically folds up like a transformer. It's not as impressive or as fast as a transformer, but the rotor folds and the tail can fold up, and it basically halves the aircraft's footprint, and that's all out to fit into the really tight hangars on our warships. Some of which I'll give a shout out to our tradesmen now. They do have to work in some challenging environments at sea. They literally have less than a metre. In the cockpit we have a onboard controller.
I'm excited for this. Can you talk us through this one?
Yeah, the tail with a running landing, balancing on tail. That is probably the hardest thing we do at the air show here. Trying to keep that tail wheel pinned off the ground. Michael's pretty much nailed it today. It's his best one I've seen all week. and now he's got that pinned. And
it's the wash that's pushing it backwards, right?
yes, he's tilted the rotor backwards and that's pulling it backwards down. So he's doing the whole new takeoff. He's not going to charge, he's going to make that tomorrow. That's radar. So one of the big features of the Seahawk is its radar, and it's specifically dialed.
And we'll be leading us through that. That is something that you do not want to miss.